Hands at the side of the waist. If you have any back problem, be careful. If it is uncomfortable, then avoid doing it. Take a deep breath in, breathing out, bend forward from the waist. Breathing in, come back. Breathing out, bend backwards. Come back. Now we'll do a side bending for the spinal cord using a variation of Trikonasana. I'll first demonstrate, you see it, and then you practice. You will spread your legs as much as you can. Then the right leg, the feet will point straight. The feet will turn to one side. And then you will bend the right leg. Then you will keep the right hand on the right knee. Then you will take the left hand over your head. When it has come over the head, you will take the right hand down by the side of your feet and bend as much down as you can. Make your body straight along the line. And then bring the hand first back, then bring the leg back, and then come out. So get ready. Spread your legs wide. Turn the right foot. Then bend the right knee. Bring the right hand to rest on the right knee. Bring the left hand over your shoulder, touching the ears. Bend a little down and take the right hand down by the side of your leg. Bend down further. Hold your position. Then bring the hand back. Bring the right leg back. Now on the other side, take a deep breath in. While breathing out, bring the left leg. Keep the left hand on the left knee. Right hand above the right ear. Then take the left hand down. Hold your breath. Hold your position. Breathing in, bring the hand back. Bring the leg straighten and then turn back to neutral position. Second round, take a deep breath in. Stretch the left leg forward. Breathing out, bend the left leg. Keep the left hand on the knees. Take the right hand above the ear. Then move the left hand down. Wonderful. Bend down a little more. Very good. Excellent. Super. Release, relax, and sit down. Be in yogic breathing. Get ready to chant mantra Om 7 times. Make your sankalpa. I'm chanting mantra Om, creating a protective energy field around me that keeps me protected from all external negative influences, external antibodies, and viruses. I'm creating 3 layers of protection. Outermost layer consisting of 6 friendly creatures. An elephant behind me, a peacock in front, a tiger on the right side, lion on the left side, eagle above me, and a black tortoise below me. Inside of that is a big ring with balls of fire. All the balls are lit, allowing a firewall to go all around me. And the third layer of protection is from the subtle energy of the sound of Om. Take your awareness to your perineum and the cervix for ladies, between the anus and the genitals for men. 4-petal lotus, red color. Take a deep breath in. Om. Take your awareness to the Swadhisthana chakra at the spinal terminus, coccyx bone, 6-petal lotus, color orange. Increase your pitch. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Manipura chakra behind the navel, 10-petal lotus, color yellow. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath. Take your awareness to Anahata chakra behind your heart center, 12-petal lotus, color green. Take a deep breath in, increase your pitch further. Take your awareness to Vishuddhi chakra behind the throat pit, 16-petal lotus, color blue. Take a deep breath in, increase pitch further. Take your awareness to Agnya chakra behind the eyebrow center, 2-petal lotus, color indigo. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath in. Finally, take your awareness to the Sahasrara chakra at the center of the top of the head, 1,000-petal lotus, color white. Increase pitch further. Take a deep breath in. Shanti mantras. Om Sahana Bhavatu Sahana Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinamabidamastu Ma Vidishavahai Om Shanti 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 Hari Om. Keep your hands in Linga Mudra. Keep them near your chest. Join me in making the sankalpa and chanting Mahamrityunjaya mantra for physical health and mental well-being. Chanting the mantra helps me maintain the best of health, mentally and physically. All my brain cells and my body cells are operating optimally and in harmony with each other. I can feel your grace, my Lord and my Ma, penetrating deep into my body, energizing each and every brain cell and body cell, keeping me in pristine health at all times. I bow down before you, thanking you for keeping me in pristine health, and I promise to put in efforts from my side for keeping this body in a healthy condition, befitting for you to reside inside me in your effulgent form. If you know the mantra, chant along. Otherwise, just be in the vibrations of the sound energy. Om Triambakam Vijamake Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Om Triambakam Vijamake Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Om Triambakam Vijamage Sugandhim Pushtivardhanam Urvarukamiva Bandhanan Mrityor Mukshiyamamritat Om Shanti 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 Harigi Om. Very gently disengage both your hands, keep them on your knees, keep your spine erect, keep your body as immobile as you possibly can keep it. In the steadiness of that body, experience the steadiness of your mind. Feel a very deep connection between you and Mother Earth. Feel a surging confidence in you that Mother Earth will provide for all your necessities at all times. Experience a strong energy coming into your body from Mother Earth, penetrating to each and every cell in your body, giving you a unique confidence to face up to all external circumstances, be they pleasant or unpleasant. And very gently open your eyes. Get ready for the practice. We'll be introducing Surya Namaskar today. So very slowly bend forward, keeping your head looking down, stand up. Surya Namaskar is considered as an all-inclusive program. If you don't have time to do any other practice, if you can just practice Surya Namaskar, it is considered as very beneficial. If I were to explain all the benefits of Surya Namaskar, the whole class will be taken up only in explaining. So I'll try and send you a write-up on the benefits of Surya Namaskar, extracted from the book. We have different people with different levels of practice and experience. We have some who can practice Surya Namaskar for 108 times, and others who may not have been introduced to Surya Namaskar. So we'll take it from the basics, taking you step by step. In this process, we'll first help you to get used to the 12 different steps in Surya Namaskar one by one. Once you're familiar with the step, we'll try to stitch them together in a sequence. And once you're very familiar with all the 12 steps and you can seamlessly move, we will introduce the breathing practice. Once you assimilate the breathing practice, we will introduce the Bija mantras. Once you're familiar with the 12 steps, the breathing practice and the Bija mantras, we will introduce chakra awareness and color association. So you can see that there is multiple steps in completing the process in doing the Surya Namaskar in its total form. So more or less this month will be spent in practicing this Surya Namaskar and perfecting it as much as we can. On Monday, I'll take you through some Feldenkrais practices which can increase your flexibility. So hopefully that will improve your ability to do the practice much better. During demonstration, I will demonstrate to you what is the final step involved. Depending on your individual flexibility, you may be able to achieve it, you may not be able to achieve it. If you can't achieve it, don't start fretting over it. It will come over a period of time when you keep practicing it. Consistency in practice is more important. So today when you are practicing, you will try and reach wherever you can comfortably reach. Even if you don't reach the final position, that's perfectly all right. So start with the first position, which is called the Namaskar Asana. Get to understand this. You will keep your hands in Namaskar position, keeping the hands near your chest. Now just pay attention. Your hands at the elbow level must be as straight as you possibly can. Keep it straight. And then in this position, try to slightly close your eyes and feel your body. Your body is full of cells which are vibrating constantly. And therefore, in spite of your steadiness, you'll find that the body is slightly swaying. Try and see if you can become aware of the slight movement in the body, despite your intention to be absolutely still and steady. These are the effect of the internal cells vibrating. Just become aware of this. Now, in this process, just feel you are pulling in pranic energy from Mother Earth growing into your body through your feet, and you are pulling in cosmic energy from the heavens above, which is penetrating through your head, and both these energies are meeting inside your body. They're exploding into a divine energy. Do this while you're breathing in. When you're holding your breath, allow this energy to spread all through the body, energizing each and every cell. When you're breathing out, visualize all the cares and the worries flowing out of the body, out of the mind, all the ailments flowing out of the body. Then hold your breath outside. Feel you're completely energized, refreshed, purified. Energized, refreshed, purified. Once again, breathing in, pull pranic energy from Mother Earth, cosmic from the heavens above. Continue to breathe in, allow these two energies to explode and spread all through the body. Hold your breath. Feel the energy energizing each and every cell in the body, in every nook and cranny. 50 to 60 trillion cells. Each one of them is energized. Breathe out. All the cares and the worries are flowing out of the body, out of the mind. All the ailments are flowing out of the body. Hold your breath outside. Feel the body is completely energized and completely purified. Now release and relax. This is step 1 in Surya Namaskar. Now we will understand step 2 and then you will combine step 1 and 2. So in step 2, first understand the process completely. You will have to Release your hands going down and then raise both the hands up. Bend slightly forward. Allow your neck to stretch as much as you can. Let the eyes go behind. Now, if you have experienced Surya Namaskar from different schools, you might find some of them demonstrating going down so much. We follow the Bihar school of yoga, and according to Bihar school of yoga, you don't have to bend so much because this particular asana called Asta Ustanasana is more for stretching your neck, more for your thyroid glands, and slight bend at the lower back. Backward bend will come when you do Bhujangasana. So focus is on your thyroids, on your neck region, the stretch that you will give, and therefore even if you just come like this, but stretch your neck completely, look behind, that is good enough. If you slightly give a small arch at the lower back, that is also okay. So get ready to combine the two steps now. Keep your hands, keep your feet slightly apart. Don't spread the legs too much. Just keep slight distance between the legs. So now, release the hands going down. Then raise both the hands up. Tilt the head forward, backward. Stretch your neck as much as you can. Slight bend at the lower back. Hold your position and then come back. One more time, practice the two steps together. So Namaskar Asana, Hasta Uttanasana, Ushtanasana, sorry. One, come down. Release. Now we will combine step 1, 2, and 3. So in step 3, it's called Padhastasana, that is feet towards the legs. Now you have kept the hands up facing backward. In this position, you will come down. If possible, you will touch the ground. The palms will touch the ground. The fingers of your hand will be along the toes, and then you will bend forward. Head will go closer to the knees. You will hold this position. Now, if you cannot touch it, you will come down wherever you can and hold it there. And then slowly we will work towards taking your hands closer and closer to your toes. It will take some time for you to increase the flexibility, but right now, come wherever you can comfortably come. So get ready.
Uh,
Just
should
practice only
the
this
these
movement now. Take the hands up and then come forward. Make sure that your knees don't bend. Try and keep the knees as straight as you can. Come down wherever you are comfortable. Only that much is enough now. We'll work on increasing the flexibility as we go along. Release and come back. Now try to put all the three movements together. Get ready. Namaskar Asana, Hasta Ushtanasana, then Pada Hastanasana. Then release, come back. Now in this position, I will demonstrate the next step, which is called Ashwa Sanchalasana, or the horse walking pose. So you are in this position now. From here, You will take the right leg back, then you will move the left knee forward. If you are comfortable, you will move the left knee and try and keep it under the left armpit. Now, why you should try and keep it under the left armpit? It's because then it will give a pressure on the armpit, and this is a part of yogic practice that you've got both the nostrils. At any given point in time, one nostril is strong, and this changes in a cycle of 1.5 hours. So at some time, the right nostril is strong. After 1.5 hours, the left nostril is strong. If you find that your right nostril is blocked or it's not opening up, you can actually put your hand on your left armpit and give it a nice press. You will find that the right nostril will start opening up. Similarly, if you want to open the left nostril, you can press in your armpit on the right side, the left nostril will open up. When you do both the armpits, both the nostril will open up. Now in yoga, we say that both the nostrils opening up is very important for your higher meditational and spiritual practices. Only when both the nostrils are flowing in together, the Sushumna Nadi opens up. Only when Sushumna Nadi opens up, you will experience Kundalini awakening. That's why there is so much of importance, and that is why we say try and take your left knee under your armpit and try and press it. Now, the second point that you must keep in mind is now, if you are coming up only this much, you are not able to touch, then to get into this position, you will have to slightly maybe bend your knees a little bit, go down, then take your leg back, and then bring your knee forward, pressing it in. Okay? So that's a concession for those who cannot come down. Those who can get the hands all the way down, they must remember that this hand must be fixed in this position till you come back to the same position. You should not move it from there. From here itself, you should practice. So that is for those who can touch the ground. For those who cannot, you will come down like this. You are in this position. Now slightly bend your knees, go down, then take your right leg back. Okay, so start. Take your hands down. Then take your right leg back. Move your left knee forward under the left armpit and look up. Try and look at the ceiling. And then come back and relax. So that's the fourth position, which is called Ashwa Sanchalasana or horse walking pose. It's like a trot of a horse. That is why that posture is given that name. From that position, you will go into the next position, which is called Parvatasana, which is like a mountain pose or an inverted U. So it's an inverted U. So let me first demonstrate and then you will practice. You are in this position now. From here, you will try and raise the right leg, move the left leg back, bring the soles on the ground, move forward. Most people will be able to go only this much. Those who are flexible should go down further and touch the ground. That is the final position. It's called Parvatasana. You can see it's like a mountain inverted U. Okay? So get ready. Get into Ashwa Sanchalasana position first. You are here. From here, try to raise the right leg up. Then move the left leg back. Bring your head closer to the ground wherever you are comfortable. And then release your position and come back. Now, We'll try and come up to this position from starting. So to get your movement clear, you will start with this, and then you will take the hands up. Then we will bring both the hands down, then the right leg behind, then the left leg behind. So get ready, Namaskar position. Start, release and take the hands up. Come forward, touching the ground if you can, otherwise wherever you are. Take the right leg back, left knee in the left armpit, and then take the left leg back, bring the head down, and then release and relax. Do it one more time up to this position on your own. Get ready. Very good. Slower. And then release. Now, you are in Parvatasana position. After this, the next asana is called Ashtanga Namaskar. Ashta means 8, Anga means organs, Namaskar means doing Namaskar with 8 organs of the body. So you will first bend your knees down to touch the ground, then bring the body down, touch your chin to the ground, touch your chest to the ground. So once again, you will be in this position. From here, you will bend down, touching the knees on the ground. Bring the head down, touch the chin, then touch the chest. So if you see your chin, chest, 2 palms, 2 knees, and the balls of the feet are the 8 organs which are touching the ground. That's why it is called Ashtanga Namaskar. So get ready. You are in this Parvatasana position. From here, get into the Ashtanga Namaskar. Now try in Ashtanga Namaskar. Try and see if you can get the positions a little better. The back side has to be slightly up. See how it can be. You should try and come into this posture as much as possible. And then come up. One more time, practice it from Parvatasana to this position. Keep your face relaxed. Once you have come up to this level, you've actually learned all the steps required in Surya Namaskar, because from that position, it is just reversing the positions the way you came there. So in the same way you came, you will go back. So the rest of the movement is all going back. So let us come up to Ashtanga Namaskar from the beginning. So start from Namaskar position. Go to Hasta Ushtanasana, Pada Hastasana, Ashwa Sanchalasana, Parvatasana, Ashtanga Namaskar. Release and do it one more time so that I can watch. Release and relax. Now from here you will come into what is called Bhujangasana. So you are in this position now. From here you will come up. Try and keep the navel on the ground. Look up. Try to let the two shoulders come a little closer to each other. Feel the nice backward bend at the lower spine and look up. Some people will try to show you like going up where the pelvis comes above the ground. We do not recommend that. Our position is try to keep the pelvis and the navel down and you will get a much better arch at the back. Feel it. So get ready. You are in Ashtanga Namaskar. From there, come to Bhujangasana. Let the pelvis be on the ground. Look up. Feel the contraction at the lower back and then come up. Release and relax. Now we'll start from the beginning up to Bhujangasana. And after that, we will complete the Surya Namaskar. After Bhujangasana, when you come back, I will demonstrate the rest of the portions. It's easy to understand. So we'll complete Surya Namaskar. So start coming up to Bhujangasana, Namaskar Asana, Hasta Ushtanasana, Pada Hastasana, Ashwa Sanchalasana, right leg back, Parvatasana, left leg also back, Ashtanga Namaskar, Bhujangasana. Release. Now from Bhujangasana, I will show you how to come back. So you are in Bhujangasana. I'm sorry, you are in Bhujangasana. From Bhujangasana, you will go to Parvatasana. From Parvatasana, you will come back to Ashwashanchalasana. Now, how you should come back? When you went into Ashwashanchalasana, your right leg went behind, your left knee was in the left armpit. So while coming back, the left knee will come back to the left armpit, the right leg will continue to stay behind. After that, you will come back to Hasta Padasana. After that, you will come to Hasta Ushtanasana, and then you will come back to Namaskar. So same sequence reversing. If you want, we'll go one by one. So after Bhujangasana, it will be Parvatasana. So let us start. Namaskar Asan. Ashta Uttanasan. Pada Hastasan. Ashwa Shanchalasan. Parvatasan. Ashtanga Namaskar. Bhujangasan. Parvatasan. And then release. And relax and take some rest. Now remember, when we go back to Parvatasan, from there we will go to Ashwashinchalasana. Left leg will come forward, left knee will be under the left armpit. Okay, so get ready. Namaskar Asana. If you feel tired, please take rest. Don't force yourself. Namaskar Asana. Hasta Uttanasan. Pada Hastasan. Ashwashinchalasana, right leg forward. Parvatasan, left leg behind. Ashtanga Namaskar. Bhujangasan. Parvatasan. Ashwashanchalasana. And now bring the right leg forward, Pada Hastasana. So bring both the hands up, Ashta Uttanasan. And then back to Namaskar Asana. Wonderful. So you've learned all the 12 steps now. Try and put them together with me, one round, and then one round on your own. After that, we'll relax. So get ready. Namaskar Asana. Ashta Uttanasan. Pada Hastasana. Ashwashanchalasana. Parvatasana. Ashtanga Namaskar. Bhujangasana. Parvatasana. Ashwashanchalasana, left leg forward. Pada Hastasana, right leg also forward. Hasta Uttanasan, both the hands up. Look up, stretch your neck. Namaskar Asana. Take some breath before you do it on your own. Wait a little bit.
So just one question. The
Yeah,
leg,
go ahead.
the third step when we bend
I
down,
can't hear you. I can't hear you. One second.
can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? He can't hear me. Something wrong with him? Can you hear me now?
Testing mic 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah. Good.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
So when we put the left leg under the armpit in the third pose, and when we are reversing the postures, it is the same left leg under the armpit, right? On our way back.
Yeah. Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
You mentioned that left leg extra I got it out.
Sir,
Yeah. I can hear you or not.
yes, sir. What if the feet do not touch the entire? I cannot touch my entire feet in all the, the later.
Yeah. So whenever you cannot touch, you do whatever you can for the moment.
Oh.
As you keep on practicing, you mentally visualize touching it the way it should be. The mental imagination will start increasing the flexibility, number one. Number two, when we do some of the Feldenkrais practices on Mondays, they will be calibrated to increase your flexibility to help you touch. So as you do those practices, you will start finding that your flexibility has gone up, you can touch.
Also, the leg comes forward. The leg that has to be under the armpit, it is always forward. Come under.
Yeah. So most people are not able to do that. And that is why in many systems, people have stopped instructing that you should bring the armpits. So normally they will say, come back. So people are there here. Now for me, because it is so usual, for me it is to demonstrate also, otherwise it's difficult. But most people are like this somewhere. So you have to take it as your body goes right now. You have to wait for the flexibility to go up. So accept it as it is, and we'll keep working on the flexibility over a period of time. And you see, everybody, when I started also, I couldn't do all the steps perfectly. For example, in Parvatasana, my head wouldn't touch the ground. So it took practice, consistency to reach that level. So it will take time. Similarly, in Ashtanga Namaskar, your chest may not touch the ground. The body, see, the muscles are contracted. Now, on one side, the somatic practices will release your muscles. That will increase the flexibility. On the other side, consistent practice will also increase your flexibility. Both combined together, you will reach there. But give it time. Don't force it. It will happen in its own way. All right. So one last round on your own.
Sir, can you demonstrate
good.
the Bhujangasana? Can you demonstrate the
Yeah, sure.
Bhujangasana at the step before that, but from a sideways view?
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. So start full round. One round of Surya Namaskar. Starting from beginning to end. Namaskar Asana. Ashta Ustanasana. Pada Hastasana. Ashwa Shanshalasana, right leg back, left knee under the left armpit. Parvatasana, left knee behind. Ashtanga Namaskar, chest chin down on the ground. Very good. Bhujangasana. Come back to Ashwa Shanshalasana, left leg forward, left knee under the left armpit, left leg forward, left knee under the left armpit. I'm sorry, Parvatasana, Parvatasana and then, sorry. And now, the next backward position. And now both the hands up. And now Namaskarasana. Relax. After Surya Namaskar, it is recommended that you lie down in Shavasana for 2 minutes. So lie down in Shavasana. Allow the body to completely relax. Let the body sink into the ground. Feel the relaxation spreading all through the body completely. Surrender to Mother Earth. And experience the relaxation after the Shavasana. The whole body is totally relaxed. The mind is relaxed. The whole body is relaxed. Mind is relaxed. Pay attention to the relaxation. If the mind wanders, bring the mind back. Feel how the abdomen is expanding and contracting as you breathe in and out. Be aware of that expansion and contraction of the stomach. Now gently turn to one side and sit up. What we did today is part 1 of Surya Namaskar. Next class, we will do full round. The difference between part 1 and full round is, in the second round, the left leg will go back, the right knee will be pressing against the right armpits, and when you're coming back, the right knee will come under the right armpits. And when you do both the rounds, taking one leg at a time, it's called one complete Surya Namaskar. If you can even do 3 of them in a day, which is 6 Surya Namaskars effectively, it's very good for you from a health perspective. And more so during these pandemic times, if you can just practice Surya Namaskar, it can boost your immunity quite a bit, keep you much more safer from all the problems. Now we do a meditation practice, which is called Anulom Vilom and Pranashuddhi meditation. Now in this, you're supposed to mentally breathe in and out. So you have to keep your position steady. You can keep your hands on your knees in whichever mudra you want, or just fold the knees. Then mentally visualize you're breathing in only from the left nostril and breathe out from the left nostril 2 times. Breathe in from the left, breathe out from the left. Initially you may find it funny, but over a period of time you'll find that it is actually happening. Now, breathe in only from the right and breathe out only from the left. Mentally direct the breath only to the right nostril. And mentally direct it out only from the right nostril. Very good. Now, alternate. Breathe in from the left mentally directing the intake to the left, mentally directed out from the right, then mentally directed in from the right, mentally directed out from the left. Now, just listen to my instructions. You have to take in from both the nostrils. So imagine that the air is starting somewhere at the knee, going in from both the nostrils, meeting it at the bhrumadhya like an inverted V. And when you're breathing out, they flow from both the nostrils, hitting both the knees. Practice this. Now, the actual meditation process, let me give you the instructions. You will have to keep your concentration on your breath and you have to count. So when you start 100, left in, right out, right in, left out. Okay, so now 100, left in, right out, 99, right in, left out, 98, left in, right out, 97, right in, left out, 96, both in, both out. Okay, am I very clear? Once again, 100, left in, right out, 99, right in, left out, 98, left in, right out, 97, right in, left out, 96, both in, both out. Like this, you have to start coming down. In the book, it says you have to come up to 100. We don't have time for it today. So continue. If you lose count, you have to start from 100. So start till I tell you to stop.
complete your round and stop your practice. Get ready to chant Om 3 times. Shanti mantras. Asatoma sadgamaye, tamasoma jyotirgamaye, mrityormamritam gamaye, sarvesham swastir bhavatu, sarvesham shantir bhavatu, sarvesham purnam bhavatu, sarvesham mangalam bhavatu. लोका समस्ता सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ त्र्यम्बकं यजामहे सुगन्धिं पुष्टिवर्धनम् उर्वारुकमिव बन्धनान् मृत्योर्मुक्षीयमामृतात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः हरिः ॐ Rub your hands nicely. When they are warm, keep them on your eyes. Feel the warmth flowing in from the palms into the eyes. Open your eyes, release your palms. Hari Om Tat Sat. So that is a good workout for today. Have a great weekend. There's a small change for next week. I have exams both on Monday as well as on Thursday. So we'll run the classes on Tuesday and Friday only for next week. So just bear with me. Both the days have exams, so Tuesday and Friday. Okay? Same time. Thanks. Bye. I'll put a notice on the WhatsApp group also.